and I pray. All I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
Catherine here. Today I have huge positive news to share with you guys. A very large study was just published and it made it very clear that every single CRF sufferer who wants to lower their creatinine levels will benefit from a bigger intake of one essential nutrient. Yeah, just one. And today we will also see exactly how you can start increasing the intake of this nutrient right now. Now, this study was published the 18th of January and it's a pooled analysis of 19 cohorts. Decades of data from 25,570 participants in 12 different countries was examined by these researchers and they came to a rock-solid conclusion, which means, in short, that it is a very significant and very recent piece of information that we can all benefit from. Because usually science is never very conclusive when it comes to nutrition. But this is not the case. This very large meta-analysis reached one very significant conclusion, and that conclusion is going to be able to seriously help you lower your creatinine levels. So we know now that this nutrient can significantly delay CRF progression, can reduce your chances of ending up needing RRT, can lower your creatinine levels, and can also lower your proteinuria levels.
I think you're gonna like it.
Guys, this is not something you read very often, even when you read as much scientific literature as I do. This one nutrient lowered both proteinuria, one of the main indicators, and slowed down the progression to ESRF. These results are incredibly significant because they were observed in a very large number of participants. So you may understand why I'm telling you that you really want to benefit from this one nutrient if you are serious about avoiding ESRF as long as possible. It's also worth mentioning that a deficiency in this nutrient causes fatigue, poor memory, dry skin, cardiovascular problems, mood swings, and poor circulation. Now, this is a bit scary, but bear with me. Most people with CRF cannot get enough of this one in the diet, according to this new research, and they must supplement this nutrient. This is because this is one of those nutrients that are only present in animal-based foods. So yeah, that's an unforeseen consequence of following the right diet that we absolutely want to avoid. In short, very large research uncovered a single nutrient with huge benefits. Unfortunately, most people cannot get enough of it in their daily intake of foods. What is the nutrient that can help you? The nutrient I'm talking about is what researchers called N3 PUFAs, and that we all know as omega-3 fatty acids. Yes, omega-3s are one of the most important nutrients in the world when it comes to protecting yourself from the dangers of CRF. And according to this new pooled analysis, there is no way you can get the right omega-3s from your diet alone. And well, that came as a bit of a surprise for me, so we will see a little more in depth what that means and how is that going to change the way we eat. Also very important, there is a risk connected to the use of certain fish oil supplements, so we will also be taking a look at that. But before we dive in, a very important question. What changed about omega-3's fatty acids? Now, the fact that omega-3s can help is nothing new, really. What's new is the effectiveness of this supplement. I've always believed that taking omega-3s was extremely helpful for those with CRF, but what these researchers found out still surprised me. They examined 25,570 participants for more than a decade. Of them, 4,944 developed CRF during the study period. Please notice that this is a huge number of participants. Huge! And researchers divided this huge number of participants into two groups. First group was getting higher levels of omega-3s. Second group was getting a lot less omega-3s. Now the amazing part. The group with higher omega-3s intake had a whopping 13% lower risk of developing CRF during the 13 years of the study. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a rock solid conclusion and of huge importance for us. But wait, there is more. They also measured the decline in GFR in those higher levels of omega-3s compared to those not getting enough. The difference was even more significant as people having enough omega-3s in their diet had a 15% lower risk of a decline of 40% or more in GFR. So yeah, supplementing omega-3s may really make a huge difference in avoiding ESRF. One explanation of this incredible result may be the effects omega-3s have on proteinuria. A previous study linked the supplementation of this essential nutrient to a significantly reduced risk of progression to ESRD and a lowered risk of proteinuria. In short, a higher intake of omega-3s is now linked to a 30% lower chance of developing CRF and a 15% lower chance of it progressing fast. Now guys, there is not gonna be a huge change in the way you eat after this study, especially if you have been following me regularly and you are already taking omega-3s. But some of the things we used to believe are now proven, and that's good. But before this study, it was recommended to supplement omega-3s, and now it's very strongly recommended, I guess. Yeah, you should definitely supplement omega-3s. More about how to do that from a practical point of view in a moment. Before that, very important. Researchers also pointed out that these benefits in terms of slow down progression of CRF are only going to happen when someone is getting their omega-3s from fish, not from veggies, unfortunately. Now, if you don't currently have CRF and you want to avoid that, which is a very smart move, by the way, eat more. Salmon, anchovies, herring, mackerel, and sardines. These fishes are basically the only sources of EPA and DHA, the most helpful and effective types of omega-3s. People with CRF may want to avoid these fishes, however, because they are too high in protein. I used to recommend as an alternative eating plant-based foods such as flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, because they are rich in another source of omega-3s. ALA or alpha-linolenic acid. Now, this new research didn't link a higher intake of ALA to better outcomes in terms of CRF progression and creatinine levels. The reason: ALA is a precursor to EPA and DHA, meaning that the body must convert ALA into EPA or DHA before it can use it. However, this conversion process is inefficient in humans. Only a small percentage of ALA is converted into EPA and even less into DHA. Researchers believe that DHA is the most helpful type of omega-3s, by the way. Now, don't get me wrong, foods rich in ALA are very good for you and there is no reason to avoid them, but you still want to supplement EPA and DHA. This is why I recommend supplementing omega-3s from a reputable source. Very important, don't take omega-3s without watching this part. Not all omega-3 supplements are created equal. Lately, several supplement brands have been caught purposely making misleading labels to make their supplements look better than what they actually are. When it comes to omega-3 supplements, this may be extremely dangerous for someone with CRF. This is an example. Looking at this label, you may think you're buying an expensive omega-3 fish oil supplement. What you will be actually buying instead is cod liver oil. And that's bad. Now, while cod liver oil is usually safe for the general population, someone with CRF should completely avoid it. You see, fish liver oil contains large amounts of vitamin A, something you should never supplement. It can accumulate and cause problems. Just 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of cod liver oil contains up to 270% of your daily needs for this dangerous nutrient in one serving. very dangerous. Never take fish liver oil. In short, double check anything you may be already taking and always avoid supplements containing cod liver oil and also halibut liver oil. Omega-3 supplements coming from fish oil only are safe. However, and guys, there's a brand that I recommend because it's perfectly safe and it's down in the description if you want to try it. It's specifically made with the need of people with CRF in mind. Now question, how much omega-3s should you take to get the benefits? If you are not taking omega-3s yet, my advice is to start with the lowest amount you see here. See how it makes you feel. Chances are this quantity will already make a big difference. Some people also take a higher amount to have some specific benefits. There are studies showing that taking around 1000 milligrams of omega-3s every day can help with the heart and protect from HBP. But never take 1000 milligrams or more without consulting with a nephrologist. Now, omega-3s are still considered safe and have additional benefits at higher amounts, as you can see here. These dosages can be used to lower cholesterol levels and to treat patients with CRF in the advanced stages caused by IgA nephropathy. Remember that we are talking about EPA and DHA combined here, not fish oil. Another study found out that even those suffering from pruritus caused by CRF can benefit from supplementing omega-3s, which is frankly amazing. And there are just a few things that have benefits as impressive as those of omega-3s. So if you want to see what can really help, my video up here is for you. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless.